So we're off the initial lows. Dow's down 425. Let's get to Seema Mody. Hey, Seema.
Hey, Carl. And the losses did start overseas, a nearly 2% loss for Japan, South Korea. Markets there. Europe is down about 2% as well. Here in the U.S., we're coming off the worst week since August. If you look at the S&P 500 sectors, utilities, the only sector trading in positive territory. The final week of January is shaping up to be a rather busy one. Nearly 150 S&P 500 companies set to report earnings. We also had the final read on U.S. GDP. And the first Fed meeting of the year, and that Brexit deadline headed for this Friday. Now, in terms of the coronavirus and the fallout, that's certainly showing up in different parts of the market, travel being the most obvious. Still, a lot of analysts saying it's hard to assess the financial damage when the numbers keep changing, although we're looking at a lot of the online travel operators, Marriott, China being its fastest growing market. You can see down about 3%, and some of the airlines also lower as well. For the cruise lines that have sailings to China, Royal Caribbean and Carnival, Nomura, just in the last hour, trimming its earnings estimates for 2020 by 3 to 5 cents as those two operators suspend their China sailings. You can see Royal Caribbean down about 6%. Within retail, luxury has really been under pressure, not just today, but over the past 1 week, especially when you look at a name like LVMH and Kering, the parent of Gucci. Of course, China makes up about 35% of global luxury spend. Speaking of LVMH, we have earnings tomorrow, so we'll have to see if the company can address what they're seeing on the ground inside China as we get the Lunar New Year started there. On the earnings front, this is also the first week of earnings for the industrials. In 3M, you can see only stock higher when you look at the industrial sector. That company also manufactures those face masks that are seeing heightened demand amidst this virus spreading beyond China. And finally, keep an eye on oil. Goldman Sachs saying about a $3 hit to the price of oil given the virus and the concerns that could have on economic growth. That's pressuring some of these oil producers.